Freedom isn't just politics. It's waking up in a place that feels safe, predictable, stable, yours, where laws work, costs make sense, doctors listen, and peace of mind is the norm. For 2026, we built a freedom index for retirees. Not another trophy chart, not a headline winner, but real-world freedom. For the years after the clock finally says, you're free. At this stage of life, freedom isn't adrenaline, it's ease. It's not spending your energy fighting basic systems. Freedom starts here. Pillar 1, personal safety. If you don't feel safe, you don't feel free. Safety isn't just crime statistics, it's the ease of walking after dark. Fewer scams, calmer conflicts, less fear in your body. Pillar 2, rule of law. Rule of law is boring, and it runs everything. It means contracts matter, property is respected, police and courts aren't for sale. When something goes wrong, you have real options. Pillar 3, everyday autonomy. Freedom isn't just speech, it's daily life. Can you open a bank account easily, rent a place without 10 approvals, start something small on your own? Freedom is not filling out forms just to exist. Pillar 4, economic breathing room. You can live in a free country and still feel trapped if your money can't breathe. Retirement freedom isn't getting rich, it's keeping enough to say yes, without fear. Pillar 5, healthcare access. Freedom includes healthcare, not just hospitals, but wait times, affordability, medication access, dental care, and being treated with respect as you age. Pillar 6, residency stability. Some places feel like freedom until your visa becomes a gamble. If you're always wondering when you'll have to leave, that's not freedom. That's emotional rent. Pillar 7, culture of calm. Some places are technically free but culturally intense, aggressive driving, constant pressure. Others move differently, more patience, more rhythm. Your nervous system knows the difference. Part 2. The ReInspired Freedom Scorecard. Here's how I want you to picture this. Every country gets a score from 1 to 10 in each pillar. But, and this matters, you decide the weights. Every country scores across 7 pillars, but you decide the weights. A retiree values safety, healthcare, stability, not nightlife, not speed. Freedom is personal. Here's a retirement-friendly weighting that works for most people. Safety, 20% rule of law, 15% healthcare, 20% economic breathing room, 15% residency stability, 15% everyday autonomy, 10% culture of calm, 5%. That's not official, that's practical. Part 3, the high freedom profiles and the trade-offs. I'm not going to pretend I can declare a perfect top 10 for every person because that's not honest, but I can give you profiles, categories of countries that tend to rank high across these pillars. Profile A, the stability plus rule of law champions. Some countries offer freedom as stability, strong institutions, high trust, clean systems. You often pay more, but nothing is more expensive than chaos. Think of places like New Zealand, Switzerland, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, the Netherlands, Finland, and sometimes places like Austria. Profile B, the retirement-friendly balance countries. These places often offer a strong mix, decent safety, good healthcare options, a calmer lifestyle, and relatively manageable costs. Portugal is a famous example people talk about. Parts of Spain, some areas of France for those who can manage cost. Sometimes places like the Czech Republic or Slovenia get mentioned in certain retirement conversations as well. Profile C, the clean, safe, efficient city-states and order-first places. Some places feel incredibly free because they're safe and efficient. Systems run beautifully, rules are strict, life is quieter. Some love that, others feel boxed in. What they do well: safety, organization, infrastructure, health, healthcare quality in many cases. what to watch, higher costs, stricter regulations, and less tolerance for certain kinds of public behavior. Profile D, the nature plus simplicity plus community. Freedom, then there's freedom as lifestyle. Nature.community, slower living, less polish, more presence. For many, that's real wealth. Places like Costa Rica get mentioned in this category a lot, and parts of Uruguay sometimes come up in similar conversations. What they do well: lifestyle, nature, and movement. Simpler living, often warm culture. Part 4, the freedom traps people don't see coming, because some places look like freedom on Instagram, but feel like stress in real life. Here are the biggest traps. Trap 1, cheap. That becomes expensive. Low rent, doesn't matter if you're constantly paying in other ways. Safety costs, transportation costs, visa costs, private healthcare costs, or stress costs. If your body is tense all day, the price is too high. Trap 2, residency uncertainty. If you can't reliably renew your stay, you'll never fully settle. You'll keep your life in boxes, emotionally. Real freedom includes the ability to put roots down. Trap 3, healthcare that looks fine. Until you need it, some places are great for everyday needs. But if you need advanced care, specialists, or long-term treatment, the system may be limited. Retirement freedom means being honest about health realities, not romantic about paradise. Trap 4, culture shock for the nervous system. You can love a country and still feel drained there. Noise, crowds, aggression, constant unpredictability. If your nervous system can't relax, you're not free. You're coping. So how do we avoid these traps? Part 5, the ReInspired Freedom Test. 5 questions. If you're exploring countries for retirement, ask these 5 questions. Can you own a property easily? Not rent, own. 2, can I access healthcare easily and affordably at my age? Not just hospitals, systems. 3, residency stability. Stability means you can plan your next 5 or 10 years with confidence. 4, if something goes wrong, can I get help without connections? That's rule of law. 5, do I feel calmer in my body here? This is the big one. Your body never lies. 1, can I feel safe here on an ordinary Tuesday? Not vacation safe, Tuesday safe. 2, if something goes wrong, can I get help without connections? That's rule of law. 3, can I access healthcare easily and affordably as at my age? Not just hospitals, systems. 4, can my money breathe here without constant anxiety? Freedom includes financial oxygen. 5, do I feel calmer in my body here? This is the big one. Your body never lies. If a country passes those 5 questions, it's a serious contender. Now let's pull this together into a simple ranking approach. Part 6, how to rank countries without getting lied to. By hype. Here's the method. Step 1, choose your top 5 non-negotiables. For most retirees, it's safety, healthcare, affordability, stability, why? Walkability, lifestyle. Step 2, create a short list of 5 to 10 countries, not 50. Your brain doesn't need that chaos. Step 3, score each country 1 to 10 in the 7 pillars. Step 4, run your weighted score. Step 5, reality check with region, not country, because within one country, freedom can change dramatically depending on where you live. One city can feel calm and safe, another can feel stressful and expensive. Don't rank countries like they're all one personality. They're not. And lastly, Part 7, what freedom really means. After 60, let's end with something deeper. When you're younger, freedom can look like speed, options, movement, noise. But after 60, freedom often becomes something quieter and more sacred. Freedom is waking up without dread. Freedom is being able to walk outside and feel safe. Freedom is having healthcare you can access without fear. Freedom is having enough money and enough calm to enjoy the years you fought hard to reach. That's true wealth, Not just money, not just passports, not just rankings. True wealth is the ability to live your life with dignity and ease and choice. So if you're exploring retirement abroad, don't chase the top country, chase the right fit, because the freest country in the world is the one where you can breathe again. If you want, comment the word freedom, and I'll give you a simple printable Freedom Index scorecard you can use to compare countries side by side. And in the next episode, we'll go beyond postcards and talk about the real cost of living, including healthcare, medications, dental, and the hidden monthly costs that most people never mention. Until then, stay re-inspired.
I hope this video brought you value and re-inspired you. If so, please subscribe, hit like, and leave a comment. And if anybody you know could use a little re-inspiration, please send it to them. Thank you so much for watching.